Hey, howdy, this is Mr. Elmhorst. This is the homework assignment where we're taking a look at the sides of triangles and when do three sides make a triangle or not make a triangle. So yesterday's lesson was focused on degrees and angles. Three angles adding up to 180 degrees is when it makes a triangle. So today, how do we look at the sides and determine? We're going to circle the longer side of a triangle and see if the other two sides are long enough to make a triangle with that longest side. So here, the first one, the example, what's the longest side? 7. So the longest side of a triangle is called the hypotenuse. So 7, now we're going to look at adding the other two numbers to see if it's long enough to make a triangle with 7. So we're going to do the comparison is question mark, is the other side lengths greater than or longer than 7? So if we add them up, what do we get? 9. So is 9 long enough as a total length to make a triangle with 7? Yes. So we would say yes, these will form a triangle with 7. So we look at the yes example, go to the next one. We have the side lengths of 4, 2, and 7. Which one's the longest side? 7 is the longest side. So as a strategy, I'm going to have my students circle the hypotenuse, circle the longest side, and then ask, what is the comparison of the other two sides? So if we add up 4 plus 2, the total length of 6 is 6 long enough to make a triangle with 7. No, so this is an actual math symbol. Put a line through that. That is not greater. 6 is not greater than 7, so this one is a no. It will not form a triangle. So the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. So if we take a look at these examples over here, step 1, we're going to circle the longest side length in the comparison. So on the left side, are the two shorter sides being added for the first example? No. So this is not a good comparison. 15 is the longer side. We're not adding up the two shorter sides. The next one is 15 being added. Is 15 one of the shorter sides being added? No. So this is not a good comparison. So now we look at the last one. Is 15 the longest side? Is it being added to a shorter side? No, it's not. So this one is fine. So now let's see, now that we got the longest side, we're going to add in the two shorter sides. So what's 5 plus 9? Now we do the comparison. Is 14 long enough to make a triangle with 15? No. So down below, that is a sum comparison example. So now let's apply that with question number 2. Question number 2, we have side lengths 3, 6, and 9. Which one is the longest? 9. So now that we've circled the longest side, move that down to the line. So we're just saying we are looking at the comparison of the longest side being 9 and can we make a triangle? So add up the other two sides. Is 9 greater than 9?
Yes. Oh, no.
It's not great. It's equal to, but it's not greater. So it is not going to form a triangle. So 9 is not greater than triangle. So this one is not a triangle or just no. Number 3, what's the longest side length?
8.
8. So we're going to circle it. Move 8 down below for our comparison. We're just identifying this is the long side. And we're going to add up the other two side lengths. The total length of 9, is that long enough to make a triangle with 8? It's 9 is greater than 8, so this is yes. It forms a triangle. Okay, so checking our answer. If 35 is the long side in this situation, then 20 plus 13 would be 33. Is 33 greater than 35? No. So this is not a triangle, or 35 would be a no. Now, if we check 13, if 13 is the other side length, then 20 is the longest side. So we have 13 plus 13, which is 26. Is 26 greater than 20?
Yes.
Yes. So this would be a yes. 13 would make a triangle with that. Okay. So go through 1 through, well, it's 1 through 5 and then 1 through 4 on the bottom. So let's take 5 minutes, apply the strategy of circling the longest side length and then adding the other two together and answering the question of yes or no, would it be long enough, or would the two shorter sides be long enough to make a triangle with the longest side? One small detail, there's a typo here. That should be 18, not 118. So number one, the longest side out of these three is 10. And 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 is greater than 10, so yes, you can make a triangle with these. 10, 10, and 18. 18 is the longest side. So we got 18. We add up the two shorter lengths. Is 20 long enough in total length to make a triangle with 18? Yes. So 20 is greater than 18, so yes, you can make a triangle. Okay. 30, 20, 40. 40 is the longest length. Okay. So if the long side is 40, then that makes 30 and 20 the short sides, and together they are 50. Is 50 long enough to make a triangle with 40?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. Now the first number is not always the longest side. You have to look at the three side lengths and see which one is longest. So this one is 16. We're circling the longest side just so that we are focusing on which one are we comparing to. Then we add up the other two sides. So number 4, if you have a long side of 16, can you make a triangle with 12 and 3? No, 15 is not greater than 16. Okay, number 5, how do you know if you can make a triangle? Well, let's just add these up and make a comparison to start. If these are the two shorter sides, 17 plus 22 is going to give you 39. Now, if we have 39 being compared to 45, is 39 greater than 45?
No.
No, so this one would not work. So then we have 39 being compared to 29. So if these are the two shorter sides, does 39 in total length make a triangle with 29?
Yes.
Yes. So this one would be a good side length. Start by going through the three numbers, the three side lengths, circle the longest side, move it over to the comparison, long side, long side, long side, and in triangles, the long side is also called the hypotenuse. So now we add up the other two. Is 8 greater than 7 to make a triangle?
Yes.
Yes. We're going to add up the other two. Is 22 long enough to make a triangle with 23? No. Okay, so 9 and 4. Will a total length of 13 be long enough to make a triangle with 15? No. And the last two, or the last one here, 28 plus 16, 44, is greater than 38.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it will make a triangle. So once we get to the problem solving, the application of this, let's use that strategy and first look at two side lengths and treat them as if they are the shorter side lengths. So if we add them together, 8 plus 13, that's going to give us 21. So now we do the comparison. Is 21 greater than 18? Yes, so that's good. Is 21 greater than 14?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So this one, which one will not make a triangle? So now, if those are the two long side lengths, they will make a triangle with 14 and 18. But now if we have 4 or 8, 13 is now the longest side length. 4 plus 8 is 12. Is 12 long enough to make a triangle with 13?
No.
No. So this one is not true, which is the one they're looking for. Same thing, Art College red paper triangle. Add these two together to see which two answers can you eliminate to start. So you have 3.4 plus 8.1. Line up your decimals. So what is the total length of these two side lengths?
11.5.
Okay. So if this is the total length of the two shorter sides, and 12.2 is the long side, is 11.5 longer than 12.2? No, this would not work. And so 12 is too long, and 15 is too long. Those two side lengths, C and D, are too long to make a triangle with 3.4 and 8.1. So then you check the last one. If 8.1 is your long side, you need to add 4.5 or 6.8 to the short side. If 19 and 6 are the short lengths, will 25 form a triangle with 30? 30 is the long side. Is 25 long enough to make a triangle with 30? No. Is 25 long enough to form a triangle with 27? 25?
No.
These two lengths, 25 is greater than 27? No, if this was 27, 25 together is not long enough. Is 18? So if we put 18 in here, is 25 greater than 18? Yes, so this one would check out. And then the short length, 12. If 12 is the short length, 12 plus 6 is 18. It's not going to be long enough. So these are too long, and this one is too short.